Where we're standing right now, it might honestly look like a desert, but this is a strawberry field, which is a major cash crop for this part of California. Heavy flooding came through earlier this year, and it just brought this thick layer of mud. This is the time of year where farmers typically are picking their crop to be able to go and sell them, but this is a total loss. Clear skies don't signal the end to a weather disaster. It's easy to see that here in Pajaro, California. In March, a nearby river breached a levee after days of heavy rainfall and put much of this small farming town underwater.
And so this was a bedroom, and there was beds, and those were ruined. And so this is, just all ruined.
The floodwaters may have receded, but it's hard not to see the emotional toll they've taken on people like Avelia Martinez.
I'm a doer, and I can physically do it, but financially, I don't have the money to do that. I don't have the money to go buy all this sheetrock and insulation and reinforce all these beams. I don't have that money.
The space she rented out behind her home to make money as she goes to school full-time is now gutted. Her most recent tenants were farm workers. Pajaro is an affordable haven for those who do the backbreaking, often minimum wage work of picking crops. Many are undocumented. FEMA is now here, but those without a social security number or a child born in the U.S. don't qualify.
And it's throughout this whole town that a lot of people are scared if they're undocumented, even just to speak up. And that's why the word doesn't get out. And, everything just everybody thinks it goes back to normal, but it doesn't.
The flooding here, this event, has highlighted all the lack of a social safety net for this area.
Eloy Ortiz has been trying to help farm workers, many of whom lost everything they own.
Organizations have been great about giving out food and clothes and toys and things like that, but none of that will pay the rent here.
He worries this disaster, along with the climate uncertainty of a region which dealt with record dry conditions until this year, will force workers to go somewhere else to make money.
If they leave California, if they leave this area, it's going to have a huge ripple effect on the rest of the country.
He says since the flooding, work has been hard to find.
So right now we don't have the berries available, see?
Like many farmers here, strawberries are Polyurena's main crop. He says this is typically the best time of year to sell them, but the recent wet weather has put him a month behind.
You wouldn't expect this kind of weather. See, for us, we had some years that we didn't have any rain at all,
California produces roughly 90% of our nation's strawberries. The California Strawberry Commission, which represents growers across the state, told me the climate issues here shouldn't impact the prices we pay. But for Urena, losing this month is a major blow. He says soon more kinds of fruit like blackberries and raspberries will be in season. And that's when he says his strawberry sales typically cool off. How much are you expecting this to impact your business for this year?
I would say probably we're going to lose at least half of our income.
Half of your income?
Yeah.
Wow.
What we expect above all with climate change is extremes, right? Climate change is a threat multiplier, and it's making storms bigger. It's making, the dries drier and the wets wetter.
I sat down with Nancy Falstick, who leads a local nonprofit trying to bring awareness to the impacts of climate change in communities like this one where resources are limited.
That attention may go elsewhere in the country, but people are going to be living with this.
Soon flood recovery will turn to preparation for wildfire season. With the climate concerns, do you ever consider leaving?
No, I haven't considered leaving. That has not been a thought of mine, just because I have faith that something will work out. I'm always hopeful. I don't give up easy. So, but it's getting very hard not to give up. but I don't. I love this area. I love this community.
A community those here tell us more people should take notice of, as they live on what they say is the front lines of climate change in America. Chris Stewart, Scripps News, Pajaro, California.